Hi, my name is Robyn Berkley. I'm co-founder of Live the Process. I am a dog mom, a yoga devotee, farmer's market lover, travel enthusiast, beach and ocean worshiper, and a supportive friend. Ever since I was young, I always wanted to work in fashion. As I got older, I became more and more obsessed with clothing and models and magazines and photographers. It's kind of all I focused on. In high school and leading up to that point, I started kind of being involved in dance and dressing up and always, looking a certain way for performances. I did gymnastics, and everything was related to kind of how you looked and what you were wearing, and bodysuits and leotards, and all of those things kind of worked into who I was to become. When I went to college, I studied advertising and PR and journalism. And when I was a junior in college, I went to London. I was in a great position, had a good job, had a good life, but there was a part of me that just, kind of wasn't fulfilled anymore, and, was no longer happy and felt a bit, exhausted. And I just kind of needed to take a moment for myself and figure out what do I actually want in my life. I ended up going on this yoga teacher training to Bali through YogaWorks, and I was gone for about 3 months. And it was, the most amazing experience of my life. I had never stopped since the age of 21. I was working, I was hustling, kind of living that New York lifestyle, which I loved, but, I wanted something different. And it gave me time to really think and, meditate for the first time, and kind of have a structure that was built around me and less about others. By the end of the training, we were chatting and we're like, oh, what are we gonna do when we go back to New York? And I'm like, well, I know what I wanna do. I want to start this, content website with clothing for working out, but nothing branded, something that kind of was, dance inspired, but content that really incorporated everything that I had learned over the last, at the time, 12 years of my kind of wellness journey. And how can I combine those worlds? I basically chose exactly how I wanted to live my life and created a brand and my work around it. So everything that I love to do and love to learn about, I'm able to actually do as my job. Well, Live the Process is, the process of linking breath and movement and life. And Live the Process was all about, everyone who was on their own journeys and these evolutionary processes of no one is in a better place. Everything, is just constantly changing, and you are where you are, and, you have your own process. I created a brand, which is my mantra, Live the Process. Self-care is something that has become extremely important, and it's really attached to, people's emotional stability, mental health, boundaries, and, living a life that, feels very much about you and not about everyone else. Self-care is kind of how can you be the best, person to yourself, because, you can't actually love someone else unless you love yourself.